Zombie road trip. Laughter on the apocalypse highway. In a world consumed by chaos and overrun by zombies, the Parker family decided it was time for a change of scenery. They crammed into their battered minivan, along with their slightly senile Grandma Mildred, and set off on a road trip to a rumored safe zone on the outskirts of the city. Little did they know that their journey would be filled with comical escapades and hilarious encounters. The minivan rattled and groaned as they hit the open road. The first stop was an abandoned gas station. Mark parked the van, looked at his family, and sighed with relief. "All right, gang, we need supplies. Lisa, Max, let's go scavenge. Emma, you're on grandma duty." Emma nodded nervously, eyeing her zombified grandmother, who sat in the back seat, her vacant eyes locked onto a half-eaten bag of stale chips. As Mark and the others headed inside the gas station, Emma tried to make conversation with Grandma Mildred. "So, Grandma," she began tentatively, "you ever been on a road trip before?" Grandma Mildred's response was a guttural groan, followed by an attempt to gnaw on a seatbelt. Back inside the gas station, Mark and Max were busy grabbing canned goods and fuel. Mark reached for a bag of chips, and just as he did, Grandma Mildred's munching echoed from outside the store. "Is that Grandma snacking on chips?" Mark exclaimed. Max shrugged, grinning. "Well, at least she's enjoying the apocalypse." Back at the minivan, Emma noticed her grandmother's absence and panicked. "Where's Grandma?" she shouted. Lisa rushed over, and they both saw her wandering amidst the chip debris, munching on Doritos with the enthusiasm of a zombie trying to feast on brains. "Grandma, no!" Lisa cried, rushing forward to grab her. Emma helped, and together they managed to steer her back to the van, where they restrained her once more. Mark returned, out of breath and with bags of supplies. "What happened here?" he asked, gesturing to the chip-covered floor. "Grandma had the munchies," Emma replied, trying to stifle her laughter. As they continued their journey, Grandma Mildred would escape her restraints several more times, leading to increasingly comical encounters with zombies. She once tried to have a conversation with a particularly slow-moving undead individual, which left the rest of the family in stitches. Their next stop was another gas station, and this time, they were more prepared. As Mark filled up the tank, Max approached the convenience store with a mischievous glint in his eye. Inside, Max found a zombie munching on a shelf of candy bars. He cleared his throat dramatically and said, "Excuse me, sir, but have you heard the one about the zombie who went to a candy store?" The zombie turned its attention to Max, groaning inquisitively. Max continued, "Well, this zombie said, 'I'll have a Kit Kat, please. I'm feeling a bit fingerish.'" The undead creature stared at Max for a moment, then let out a low, zombie-like chuckle. Max high-fived the zombie and grabbed a few candy bars. Back at the minivan, he proudly presented the loot to his family. "I made a zombie laugh, Dad," he exclaimed. Mark grinned. "Good job, Max. Looks like we've got a budding comedian in the family." The road trip continued, with Grandma Mildred escaping her restraints a few more times, each instance leading to more laughter and amusing encounters. They even encountered a zombie dance party in a parking lot, where Grandma Mildred showed off some surprisingly groovy moves. Finally, after several harrowing days on the road, they reached the rumored safe zone. The barricades and armed guards were reassuring, and the Parkers knew they had made the right choice. As they settled into their new home, Grandma Mildred remained a quirky but cherished member of the family. She might have been a zombie, but she was still their grandma, and they loved her just the way she was, snacking on chips, groaning, and occasionally stealing the show with her undead antics. And so, the Parker family's zombie road trip became a legend in the safe zone, a tale of resilience, humor, and the enduring bonds of family, even in the most absurd of circumstances. They had braved the undead, shared laughs, and created memories that would last a lifetime, or what was left of it in their new world. If you like this story, please subscribe. Thank you.